Le Grave is a tiny little village. It's like really slow pace of life. There's hardly anyone here. And you might sort of think, one lift? That can't be very good. But every single trail that comes down from it is utterly amazing. Definitely a kind of rugged, real mountain bikers and skiers and mountaineers kind of town. It's just amazing. I love it. I took a gap year before I went to university and went to live in Canada for a year on Vancouver Island. And I worked in a school where there was a massive outdoor education programme. That was, I think, the start of realising that I wanted to spend more time in the mountains. When I went to Sheffield University, I immediately joined the climbing club and the High Peak Club. And yeah, Draw? Oh, that's so nice. I ended up meeting Gareth, my future husband then, and yeah, I really fancied him, but we kind of weren't together at that point. But we'd hang out, chat about climbing, go away on climbing trips together, and yeah, eventually we got together. And he and a load of his friends were into mountain biking, and whenever it was too wet to climb, I'd kind of be like, oh, what can I do today? It's too wet to go climbing. And he was like, oh, just come biking. Like, it's really fun, really good times. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. And the next time a student loan came in, I went and bought a bike. We got engaged in 2007 and there was not really any rush to get married, so we didn't get married till 2010, and we decided that we wanted to have this amazing honeymoon and go to Whistler. Just remember, you're on your stump jump and not the iron horse. No pads, no full bike helmet.
It's just a question of speed.
It definitely changed my riding from sort of being a cross-country rider, skill-wise. Could get down everything, but just sketching down a little bit on a little bike. And seeing what some of the people were doing there and what some of the women were doing as well was like, wow, I need to get a better bike. It was that trip that basically made us think, do you know what, we want to take a year off and just go and ride bikes and climb in North America and around the world, basically. We got to Moab. Gareth was super excited. He just dreamed about going there for years. Set off up this route, all going fine. And then he got to a point where, I don't know, I guess the route just got a bit harder or a bit more difficult. He placed a piece of gear above his head and then the foot just slipped. I caught him on the rope thinking, that was a big fall. My immediate thought was like, God, I'm glad he didn't hit the ground, but there'd been two guys watching who were waiting to do the route, and one of them just sort of said, he's hit his head, and as he'd fallen, he'd hit his head on a rock that was just to the side of the route. He hadn't lost consciousness, but he was just, it was just in that second, just kind of knew life had changed. You just never imagine yourself to be in that circumstance. When I got home, about a month or so after, I didn't really do anything apart from cry most days. And ever so slowly, amazing support from family and friends, just encouraging me to get outside and actually just remember doing all the stuff that I loved and that Gareth and I had loved doing together. And slowly I kind of figured out that actually going out riding my bike was basically my coping mechanism. And I guess it was at that point that a few friends sort of suggested, well, why don't you train as a mountain bike guide, even if it's just a temporary way to get back into work? I actually applied to race the Trans-Provence. I'd heard about it, and I thought, do you know what, that's my kind of thing, like this point-to-point journey through amazing mountains with like-minded people, just riding cool trails in the sunshine. And I got rejected. And then I saw a job advert as a guide for the summer, and I applied for it. And Ash intercepted my email and said, come and guide for me on the Trans-Provence. Sounds like you're the right kind of person for this job. And I was like, holy, dream job, amazing. Oh, what do I love about guiding? Just look around you and this is your office. Pretty special. I guess for me, it just combines being able to be out in the mountains, and terrible working in office, away from kind of the busy places in life, riding my bike on amazing trails and getting to share it with other people and just show them how many more places there are that they've never really realised. It's pretty easy for people to pick up a bike park map or just head to a destination and kind of just go and see it for themselves, really. And inspired by people like Ash, my whole kind of reason behind Endless Trails was wanting to take people away and show them there's more to mountain biking than that. If you put in a little bit of effort and move away from where all the people are in the bike parks, you've got these incredible mountains and incredible trails through them that are just perfect for biking on, really.